Alright, Nick, this is your block analysis from the clinic. We are going to start with your start position and look at a few things there. Then we're going to look at your set position, look at a few things there, and then we will move to your drive out of the blocks, and then we'll show you what the full thing looks like. So, zooming in here on the left, the first thing that I see is that I can see that knee past your forearm, okay? Which tells me that this pedal here is too far forward, okay? So another sign that you're scrunched up in the blocks is you usually want this front shin to be parallel with the ground, and if you look at it, you kind of have an upward tilt to it, okay? So we probably ultimately just need to move this pedal back a little bit. Okay. The next thing that I see is that your hands are, I believe, directly, or your shoulders are directly above your hands, which is a good thing, okay? Because when you get into the set position, then they will displace themselves in front of your hands. Alright, that's all I had for your start position. Let's move to your set position. Okay, so immediately when you come up, your shoulders, like I told you, should have been displaced forward, okay, once you get into the set position. But they don't get displaced forward here. Now they actually are still even with our hands, okay? Why does this happen? Okay, let's clear the screen again, and I'm going to rewind and bring it down. And then watch the direction that your body goes when you come up into set position, right? All your energy is still behind you, okay? Back, and when I say that, I mean behind the line, okay? We don't have any shoulder displacement in front of your hands, all right? So watch it again, down, and everything goes back, okay? Let's see, another thing that I see, if I zoom in really close here, I shouldn't see any space between your heel and the pedal. And I can see it there. Okay, so you need to make sure that your foot is in complete contact with that pedal so that when you go to push forward, you get everything you can out of that block push. All right, now let's go to your drive. All right, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to link up both of your videos so that they are in the same spot at the same time. Now take it these are different block starts, but they should show similar consistencies because not a whole lot should change between one block start and the other until you've practiced them enough. Okay? So you can use the right hand side just to see a different angle and to watch your arms. Are they coming across your body? Do you have any lateral deviation? Are you going from side to side when you sprint? So we're in set position. I like where your butt is in relation to your head, okay? So it looks like your energy is going to be pushing forward, which is good. If your butt's too high, you end up with something probably similar to what this person is doing and this person is doing, and their energy will go down into the track in which they will pop back up. So this is good. Initial drive out. Let's watch that. Okay. So I have some good things to say about this. Even though I wanted your right leg to be pressed up against that pedal, you still have a very, very good push out of the blocks, okay? This probably has a lot to do with you being very explosive, like I said at the clinic. Now, you probably got the most displacement into the air out of everybody that was there. And what I mean by that is that at some point, there and there, we can see that our entire body was lifted off the ground. We were displaced in the air at some point, which is a good sign of a good push out of the blocks. Okay. Another great thing I see here is if I take a line from your shoulder down to your heel, that straight line should connect from your shoulder to your heel, okay? And you've got a straight line there, so that's good. That means you have good arm action, Alright? You can see that your hand is up to your forehead and you have good arm action with your back arm as well. Even if I go in here and I look at that, oh, whoops, let's undo that. Even if I go in here and I look at this angle, that's clear. And I look at this angle, that's a pretty much 90-degree angle for you, okay? So good things. Now let's look at the progression of your initial push and your following few steps out of the blocks, okay? So what we're going to look at here is we'll take a line from your shoulder down to the blocks and then connect here parallel with the track. So you're pushing out at about a 38-degree angle, okay? So if we back up a little bit and we look at that next stride or that next step, okay? It's pretty much full extension here. Down to the heel, parallel. Now we're at about a 48, okay? So already from your initial push to your second step, you've gone from 37 to 48, so already almost a 10 degrees difference. And that's not a good thing, okay? You don't want to see that. So when you push out of the blocks, you have to continue for those next few steps. But we're going to continue to look at your next steps, see what those angles look like. The shoulders, through the heel, parallel. Okay, now we're at about a 50-degree angle, which I believe when I looked at this before, you became much more gradual and progressive after you had that one 10-degree jump. Okay. So you had some consistencies after that, but that second step, you really took a big jump from, you know, having that good push and that good angle out of the blocks to something that was a complete 10 degrees difference, which you don't want to see something that much. Even though the angle is still pretty decent, you just don't want to see that much of a change that quickly. So let's zoom out and look at the entire thing from beginning to end in slow motion. Okay, so overall, pretty good. And if you have any questions, just give me a ring, 715-619-0150.